Eggy bread. Take 3 eggs and break them into a bowl. Add in a good pinch of salt and a grind of black pepper. Whisk. Cut some slices of bread, dip them into the egg, place the frying pan over medium-high heat. Add in half a tablespoon of oil. Once it's nice and hot, add in your eggy bread. Tip over a little bit extra egg, cook for 2 minutes on each side. Once it's golden on one side, carefully turn it over. Stack it up, serve with a good dollop of ketchup. Enjoy your eggy bread. To make a quick and easy garlic butter, take 50 grams of diced butter and melt it in the microwave. Peel 2 cloves of garlic, finely dice, crush or grate them into your butter with a small handful of roughly chopped parsley. Season with a small pinch of salt and a grind of black pepper. Mix everything together, spoon it onto some flatbread and enjoy your garlic butter. Phyllo mince pie roll. Take your sheets of phyllo pastry and cut them into quarters. Spoon on a heaped teaspoon of mince pie filling. Level it out to fill the length of the pastry, leaving an inch on either side. Brush around it with melted butter. Fold in the sides. Brush the sides with butter. Fold over from the bottom and roll. Place onto a baking tray lined with greaseproof paper. Brush with melted butter. Place in a preheated oven at 180 degrees C for 15 to 20 minutes until crisp and lightly golden like this. Dust with ice and sugar and enjoy your Let's Make Flatbread. Place in 400 grams of strong bread flour into a mixing bowl. Add in 1 teaspoon of salt. Measure out 300 mils of lukewarm water and tip in 7 grams of fast action yeast. Stir. Set this to one side to activate for about 10 minutes. Pour the yeast mixture into the mixing bowl. Now mix it until it comes together to form a dough. Take out of the bowl, knead the dough for 5 minutes. Place the dough back into the mixing bowl, cover with a clean damp cloth and leave it to rise in a warm place for 1 hour. 1 hour later and the dough is doubled in size. Tip the dough out onto the workbench. Lightly flour the dough, roll it out into a sausage. Divide that into roughly 10 pieces. Dip each of the dough pieces into flour. Place a frying pan over high heat and roll out your flatbread as thin as you can. Place the flatbread into the pan. When it starts to bubble up like this, turn it over. Enjoy your flatbread. Sage and onion stuffing. Take 400 grams of sausage meat and place it into a mixing bowl. Add into the bowl 70 grams of breadcrumbs. Take 1 onion, peel it, then finely dice it. Place a frying pan over medium heat. Add into the pan 15 grams of butter. Add the onions into the pan, followed by a pinch of salt. Cook for 4 to 5 minutes until the onions go transparent. Peel and dice 1 Bramley or Granny Smith apple. Once the onions are transparent, add the apple into the pan and cook for 1 more minute. Take your apple and onions off the heat and leave to cool. Take a small handful of sage leaves and roughly chop them. Add your chopped sage in with your sausage meat, followed by the cooled apple and onion mixture. If your sausage meat is not seasoned, give it a little pinch of salt and a grind of black pepper. If it is seasoned, then just leave that part out. Now mix everything together. To bake, you could press it into a baking tray, or you could roll it into nice little stuffing balls, just like this. Or of course you could stuff it inside the turkey. Place onto a baking tray and bake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees C for 30 to 40 minutes until crisp on top and completely cooked through. Enjoy your cranberry sauce. Tip 250 grams of cranberries into a saucepan with the juice of 2 oranges, 100 grams of light brown sugar and 50 mils of port. Place over a medium heat until the sugar dissolves and the cranberries start to burst. After around 10 minutes of cooking, the cranberries will have burst and it will look like this. Place into a bowl and leave to cool. Enjoy your French toast. Crack 2 eggs into a bowl with 60 ml of double cream, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon and whisk. Place a frying pan over medium heat. Coat 2 slices of bread in the egg and leave to soak for 2 minutes. Add 1 tablespoon of oil into the frying pan with 20 grams of butter. Once the butter's melted, lay in the bread and tip in the rest of the egg mix. Cook for 2 minutes on each side until golden. Stack up onto a plate, dust with ice and sugar, finish with berries, drizzle with the syrup of your choice, maybe even a dollop of yogurt if that's what you're into. Enjoy your roast chicken. Take 1 whole chicken, season in the cavity with salt and pepper. Take about 10 sprigs of thyme and stuff them inside. Coat the whole chicken with 20 grams of soft butter. Season the whole chicken generously with salt and pepper. Scatter with a few extra thyme leaves. Set to one side. Roughly chop 1 carrot, 1 stick of celery and 1 onion. Place them all onto a baking tray with 3 cloves of garlic. Place the chicken on top of the veg. Place in a preheated oven at 200 degrees C. The weight of the bird determines the cooking time. So for every 1 kilo, cook for 1 hour. Take from the oven, prick with a knife right through the breast and down to the bone. And if the juices run clear, then it's definitely cooked. Place onto a plate and leave to rest for 20 minutes. Follow for part 2 where I make gravy with these. Now carve of and enjoy your roast chicken gravy. In part 1, we roasted a chicken on top of these vegetables. Place them over a medium heat. Add in 1 tablespoon of flour and stir to absorb the fat. Allow the flour to cook out for 1 minute. The flour will go a nice light brown colour. At that point, we want to deglaze it with 150 ml of white wine. Make sure you scrape the bottom of the pan to get all those sticky bits off. Add in 700 ml of chicken stock. Stir. If there's any juices left from your roast chicken, make sure to add them in. Bring to the boil and cook for 5 minutes. Get a small saucepan, turn off the heat and a sieve. Pour this lovely gravy through the sieve. Place the gravy back on the heat and reduce down until it's your desired thickness. Season to taste with salt and pepper. Serve over your roast chicken. Enjoy your barbecue sauce. Fry the pan over medium heat. Add in 1 teaspoon of fennel seed. When they start to crackle and pop, take them off the heat. Onto the chopping board. Crush with a knife. Pan back over the heat with 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Add in 1 finely diced small onion. After 2 minutes, add in 2 cloves of crushed garlic, the toasted fennel seeds, and a 1/4 teaspoon of chili flakes. Stir and cook for 1 minute. Add in 400 grams of ketchup, 50 grams of dark brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and 2 tablespoons of cider vinegar. Stir and simmer for 15 minutes. Take off the heat. At this point, you can leave it cool and blend it so it's completely smooth, or you can leave it chunky like this. Enjoy your